Amit, I have some breaking news coming in. In fact, Republic TV has accessed, there is new footage that has emerged. There is new footage that has emerged, and that is raising questions. And I want to tell our viewers about that footage. Alisha is also joining us live. We'll get Yesha also live and Shavan Sen also live on this broadcast. And these are 5 sequences that Republic TV has accessed that raise questions about what happened at the Cooper Hospital. Let's play the sequences one by one. The family of Sushant Singh Rajput raised questions about Sandip Singh. They raised questions about Sandip Singh, and they have been since the beginning, asking how did Sandip Singh reach the house? What was he doing there? If he hadn't met Meetu for over 1 year, if he hadn't met Sushant for over 1 year, how did he get there and take control of the situation? Now, in these 5 sequences, it shows that Sandip Singh was in complete control of what was happening at the Cooper Hospital. And while we stay with the pictures, this is video 2, he shows a thumbs up to the Mumbai police. Now, nobody knows who that police officer is. And look at this. They form a human chain to ensure that there is no video footage that is shot of the stretchers coming out. But a closer look at the stretchers. Now, this is an attempt to block the cameras. Look at that. That's the first stretcher coming out. That's the first stretcher ends, and there is something else. Appears like more than one stretcher. That's the stretcher. And the raw footage raises questions. That's the stretcher at the Cooper Hospital. That's the stretcher. Watch it slowly. Watch it again. And that's the same man in black t-shirt and a pink cap. Seen at the house. Seen inside ambulance 1. Enters in ambulance 1. Leaves in ambulance 2. And seen also at the hospital. He's not the driver. He was also inside the room. It appears like it's more than one stretcher. Look at that. The stretcher moves slowly. That's video 4. Video number 4. We'll just play that out. The video number 4. It appears like more than one stretcher. And that's the video that shows. Look at that. That is the video. That's the raw footage that raises questions. We're only asking questions. Does it appear like it's more than one stretcher? We've slow-moed that entire sequence. Look at that. Frame by frame. Stops there. That's the end of the stretcher. Right? That's the end of the stretcher. And what is after that? What was after that? Now, there are questions raised over this, and we're only saying it appears like more than one stretcher. We don't know. And the reason why it's a mystery is because there was one ambulance that came in. There is a second ambulance that came in later. Second ambulance. They said the first ambulance was small. There was a second ambulance that came in later. So if there was more than stretcher, is that why a second ambulance was called in? And the sequence, I want to play that sequence out. Video 1, video 2, video 3, video 4 once again. Video 1 shows Sandip Singh at Cooper Hospital. With Sushant's sister. Now we have questions over how did Sandip Singh, who in the interview to Arnab said he had not met Sushant for over 1 year. If you have not met Sushant for over 1 year, how did you end up there and how did you take control of the situation? There are pictures of him at the house. At Cooper Hospital, at the funeral, cremation, and that's the footage. And you can see here, in video 3, there are police officers and the staff at Cooper trying to block the sequence. Blocking the sequence, look at that. Trying to block the sequence. And other smaller channels are now trying to catch up. With Republic TV after we broke the story. And they're now trying to catch up. Let's talk about what we have exposed. Footage from Cooper Hospital has shown There are many questions that are raised. Let me go across to, while I stay with these pictures, I want to stay with these pictures. And I want to ask Alisha. Alisha, the family said, Sandip, the role of Sandip Singh. They said if Sandip Singh has not met Sushant for over a year, how did he end up at the house? And how did he spend so much time? And how was he in control of the entire situation? How was he in control of the situation? Now, while other channels play WhatsApp videos and Twitter videos, Republic TV investigating the story. Just letting you know, other channels are using WhatsApp videos. Don't go by WhatsApp. We are getting you the full story. These are the videos that raise questions. I'm going to go across to Alisha and let her answer.
देखिए बिल्कुल एक तरफा फैमिली का साफ तौर पर ये कहना था कि संदीप सिंह जिससे खुद सुशांत सिंह करीबन 1 साल से नहीं मिले थे और जाहिर सी बात है ये तो खुद बताया गया था जहां पर संदीप सिंह ने जहां पर खुद रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क के एडिटर इन चीफ अर्नब गोस्वामी के इंटरव्यू में भी ये कहा था कि काम के सिलसिले में मिलना तो बिल्कुल नहीं हो रहा था क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं दोस्त पहले थे पर 1 साल से मुलाकात नहीं हुई थी। पर उस दिन यानी 14 जून को हमने लगातार संदीप सिंह को शुरुआती से देखा था जहाँ पर वो खुद मीटू सिंह के साथ जाते हुए नजर आ रहे थे। फिर उसके बाद वो कूपर हॉस्पिटल में भी पहुंचे, उसके बाद फ्यूनल में भी पहुंचे। ऑल अ सडन ये दोस्ती यारी कहां से आई, ये तो जवाब सिर्फ संदीप सिंह दे सकते हैं क्योंकि अगर 1 साल से मुलाकात नहीं की गई थी, 1 साल में उनसे कोई बातचीत नहीं की थी, तो ऐसा क्या हो गया कि इससे कोई ना छोड़कर सिर्फ संदीप सिंह ही क्यों उस क्राइम सीन पे पहुंचे। सिर्फ सुशांत सिंह के मौत को लेकर उनके कई बॉलीवुड के फिर चाहे खास तौर पर देखा जाए तो टीवी सीरियल में खुद सुशांत सिंह ने कई ऐसे समय बिताया है, कई टाइम जो है वो बिताया, उसके बावजूद कोई ना छोड़कर सिर्फ संदीप सिंह ही उस समय क्यों पहुंच रहे थे। और एक तरफा हमने अगर मैं खुद वहां पर मौजूद थी सुबह से लेकर यानी 14 जून को जिस दिन सुशांत सिंह की डेथ हो गई उसी दिन मैं खुद मॉर्निंग से लेकर शाम तक वहां पर मौजूद थे। पर हमने लगातार जो है ऑब्जर्व किया है, मैं खुद वहां पर थी, तो उसमें जो ऑब्जर्वेशन के तौर पर देखा जाए तो संदीप सिंह सबसे पहले वहां पर पहुंचे थे और जो है खुद फिर मीटू सिंह के साथ वो वहाँ जाते हुए दिख रहे थे। फिर है वो उसी क्राइम सीन पर यानी खुद सुशांत सिंह के घर पर पहुंचे थे, उसके बाद वो कूपर हॉस्पिटल पहुंचे, साथ ही जो है वो फ्यूनल में भी पहुंचे। तो अचानक से इतनी दोस्ती यारी क्यों आ गई, ये तो किसी को भी सवाल, क्योंकि वहां पर जो तमाम जर्नलिस्ट वहां पर मौजूद थे यही सवाल कर रहे थे कि संदीप सिंह अचानक से यहाँ पर कैसे पहुंचे, क्योंकि कोई इनको ना ही इतना जानता था और सुशांत सिंह के क्लोज तो वो इतने थे नहीं कि अगर ये कह दे कि संदीप सिंह एक तरफा अगर उनके बेस्ट फ्रेंड रहे हो तो उसी बेस्ट फ्रेंड के तहत कभी हमने कोई ऐसे पोस्ट देखे नहीं है, ना ही उनकी इतनी दोस्ती देखी है कि एक तरफा कह सकते हैं, पर ना ही उनके जो है कोई अन्य जो कि टीवी सीरियल्स के दोस्त वहां पर नहीं पहुंचे। पर संदीप सिंह हर जगह पर पहुंचते हुए नजर आ रहे थे, जिससे सबसे बड़ा सवाल यही उठता है क्योंकि सुशांत सिंह के परिवार ने भी यही कहा कि संदीप सिंह अचानक वहां पर क्यों आ गए थे ये किसी को नहीं पता। पर जो तस्वीरें हम उस समय देख रहे थे तो यही दिखाई दे रहा था कि जिस तरीके से वो मीटू सिंह के साथ हर जगह पर जा रहे थे तो यही दिखाई दे रहा था कि शायद ही उनकी दोस्ती यारी इतनी पक्की होगी जिसको देखते हुए वो हर जगह पर पहुंच रहे हैं, फिर चाहे वो सुशांत सिंह के घर पर हो या फिर कूपर हॉस्पिटल हो या फिर फ्यूनल के जगह पर जहां विले पार्ले में क्रेमेटोरियम में जहां पर उनका अंतिम संस्कार किया गया था, हर समय संदीप सिंह मौजूद थे। पर क्यों थे, इनका जवाब तो संदीप सिंह भी ढंग से नहीं दे पा रहे थे और उन्होंने भी खुद एडमिट किया था कि वो दोस्ती जो थी उनकी कई साल पहले थी और साथ ही 1 साल से मुलाकात उनके बीच में भी नहीं हुई थी। तो ये सवाल ज़रूर खड़े होते हैं और आखिरकार जो वीडियो जो फुटेज रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क की ओर से जो एक्सक्लूसिवली लोगों को दिखाए जा रहे हैं जिसमें साफ तौर पर अब ये सवाल उठते हैं कि क्यों संदीप सिंह हर जगह पर मौजूद थे।
Staying with these pictures. Alisha, stay with me. I want to go across to Amit Bhardwaj as well. Amit Bhardwaj, now we are just showing the pictures. We are just showing what happened on that day. And it's critical. Even the family said the role of Sandip Singh, they asked questions on Republic TV. In fact, the family and family friend of Sandip Singh, of Sushant, in fact, Smita Parikh was on the debate with Arnab. She asked what was Sandip Singh doing? If he had not met Sushant for over 1 year, how did he land up? How did he take control of the situation? Yes, they may have been roommates many years ago, many years before. But these sequences from Cooper Hospital, and by the way, we broke a story a few days back, I think 1 week back, of the two ambulances story was about 2 weeks back. 2 weeks back, Republic TV broke the story of 2 ambulances. And 2 weeks back, we told you that the man in the pink cap seen inside the crime scene came in ambulance 1, left in ambulance 2, was inside the room where Sushant's body was found, and then he leaves and is seen even at the Cooper hospital. Now, this footage shows Sandip Singh was there coordinating with the police, Amit Bhardwaj. How did he, after 1 year of not speaking to Sushant, land up there, take control, and coordinate with the police?
If you remember, Niranjan, we have done one special story on this, that Sandip's role in this whole case, that how he is linked to this whole Sushant Singh's case. So that our testimony revealed that what exactly the role of Sandip Singh. Sandip Singh was that Sushant Singh always think that Sandip Singh is a very fair and a very honest friend, but that guy also claimed that he betrayed Sushant Singh. He several times he spoke, he lied to many things. And if I talk about Sandip Singh's role that day also, when we open our special story, that the guy whom we have interviewed, he claimed that the whole thing, whatever happened, Sandip Singh is responsible for that. And Sandip Singh's role, if I talk about, is always shoddy. So he always come under scanner. So Sandip Singh's role, we few weeks back we have done a special interview in which he was saying that Sandip Singh's fully involved. Whatsoever happened with Sushant Singh, there should be a detailed inquiry in that, there should be a detailed probe in that, so that Sandip Singh's role should come out, because Sandip Singh's role is really shoddy. Yes.
Yeah. Now all smaller channels are, by the way, trying to copy the story broken on Republic TV and setting the agenda once again with our investigation. 5 sequences from Cooper Hospital. The smaller channels are trying to play footage from the 15th and say that it's footage from the 14th. You're making a mistake because it's footage from the 15th. Just letting smaller channels know that they're messing up on the footage and the sequence of it in a bid to try and seem like they're doing an investigation, making big mistakes. Anyway, Republic TV's Cooper Clincher, 5 videos coming up after the break. Stay tuned. Breaking every story first for the last 67 days. Stay tuned.